who's ever had a sexual experience or like been in a relationship where it's like, oh, this is how we have sex. We start making out, and then he takes my shirt off, and then he plays with my boobs for a little while, and then I go down on him, and then he goes down on me, and then we're having penetrative sex, and then, you know, one or both of us comes, and then it's over. Like, it's like, first we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this. This is where we are on the sexual journey, right? Like, it's like a point A to B to C to D to E to F kind of experience. Could you get more structured? Like, could you get more of a masculine orientation of like, it begins, we follow these steps, and then it ends? Like, that's not, I shouldn't say that's not ever an embodied experience, because that's not true. And that's one type of sex. That's not the type of sex I'm interested in supporting more women in having, because the reality of it is that a feminine system does not care for structure. She does not care for the goal or the end result. She doesn't care for the, oh, well, this is what we usually do, so this is what we should do this time, right? A feminine system is all about like, well, what's here now? What am I feeling now? Like, what's the present desire? What is my sense about what wants to happen next? What actually feels natural to my body, separate from what my head is telling me about how I should show up, or what I need to do, or what's going to turn him on or her on, you know, what's going to like get my partner off. It's this internal orientation to the actual experience that's happening, which is very, very different than being fixated in a neck up way, right? About what we think should be happening. It's making sense so far? It's okay if it doesn't. We're going to go deeper. So what we're really talking about, I really believe we can't really talk about feminine embodiment and not talk about empowered sexuality, and vice versa. Because to have an empowered sexual experience with yourself, with a partner, with multiple partners, with the universe, when you're doing the dishes, whatever it's going to look like for you, it has to be an embodied experience. It has to be one where you're actually capable of existing in this neck down way and being responsive to and responsible for the messages that your body is delivering to you. So that's the working definition of embodiment that I utilize. Is embodiment. An embodied experience is one where you can listen to and be responsive to and responsible for the messages that your body is sending you, which is super different than going, this isn't super comfortable, but he's probably going to be done soon, so I'll just let him like rail me until it's over. Okay? So embodiment, right, is actually being able to listen to and understand what's happening in your body. Now, I talk about this when we're doing embodiment work, or if you've been to other undoing calls, I talk about, you know, the ways in which a patriarchal system works on overdrive to teach you that you can't trust your body, and that your body is actually something that you need to like get in line more than honor and revere and respect and be in service to. Super classic example. This is like another one of those, who here has ever had the thought, geez, I'm kind of hungry. I think I'm craving this one specific thing, but no, I shouldn't eat that because the calories or the carbs or the cheese or the blah, blah, blah. So I won't eat. I will have a celery juice or something, right? Like, this is why embodiment to me is very basic and also very intricate, because it's like, if I have a hard time listening to my body when she's telling me that she's tired and she needs to get off the couch and I need to turn off, what am I watching lately? I'm not watching anything good. If anyone has recommendations, you can also pop those in the chat. But like, if I have a hard time listening to my body when she's like, I mean, I'm off a major Grey's Anatomy kick, turn off Grey's Anatomy and go to bed, I'm probably going to have a hard time listening to my body if I'm with a partner and we're beginning to engage in an intimate sexual way and there's something that feels off to me. I'm probably going to have a hard time naming that. Most of us have a really complicated relationship with our sexual selves. because we live in a society that demonizes sex and also glorifies it in a really wounded way. So we have a really hard time understanding ourselves as sexual beings, feeling like we can trust our bodies, feeling like we can empower ourselves to actually communicate what's happening in our bodies, let alone, to ourselves or to a partner or to partners, right? Like this stuff isn't always easy. And we want to believe that it is, and we want to make it easy, but in a lot of ways it's like, this is why I always say, like, I'm always looking at things on like 7 different levels and layers, is because it actually is complex, right? So, but I also just want to clarify, the sort of different modes that we can be in when we're engaging sexually, whether it's with ourselves in like a solo practice, a pleasure practice, or a solo sex practice, whether it's with a partner or partners in an intimate way. We are either, and we can go back and forth, but there's really 2 modes that you can kind of be in. You can be in an embodied mode, right? Where it's like, I'm here in service to my body and the embodied experience primarily. And I'm going to listen to what she wants. And I'm going to listen to what wants to happen. And I'm going to invite my partner to be in process with me in this physically intimate way. We're either having the embodied experience, which, although it's extremely natural in our society, is very much an unnatural way to engage, or we're having a performance-based experience, right? Where we are operating from this neck up orientation, where we're more concerned about what we think it should look like or how it should be going, or an image or an archetype or an idea of what sexy is or what our partner wants, right? It's like, I'm either in my body, listening to my body to the best of my ability, honoring the info that she's delivering to me, feeling for what naturally wants to occur next, staying present and moving with that, or I'm performing.